Now, welcome back to the channel, all my hustlers and grinders and go-getters, the ones out there trying to make that money and stack that dollar. It's Matt and the JoJo, and we're back with another one. And we might hurt your feelings a little bit. A few of you guys, but not all of you, because we got a great video for you today. Ain't that right, JoJo?
Yes, that's right. We are going to talk about the real reasons why some people are not growing their business. And really, what we want to do is just educate you. That's why you're here. You want to be educated and you want to hear from us. And so we are going to let you know how it is and give you some reasons why you might not be where you want to be when it comes to your business.
We're going to tell you guys exactly why. So get some tissue, grab a paper and a pen, and we're going to break it all down why you're not being successful. And maybe we can change that for you. Now, the first thing is some of you guys out there are running a ghetto ass business. Yes, I said it, a ghetto ass business. And what I mean by that is you're not giving it 100%. You're not giving it your all. Some people are out there just working 3 or 2 days and just getting by. Over here at Sonoma Strong Holland, we're working 24/7, even on our days off. Like today, we went to go bid a big job. I was in my pajamas earlier, drinking coffee. I didn't want to leave the house without putting my uniform on. So I put my uniform on, went over there because I knew I have to sell myself to the customer. I can't just show up in just a plain t-shirt and a baseball cap in my truck. I showed up in my work vehicle with the decals, looking professional with the JoJo. And that's how you want to do it every single day. You want to give it 100%. You want to sell yourself 24/7 and be out there.
Yeah. So when you go to bid jobs, do it in your vehicle that you're going to be using to get the job done. Not only does it show that you're professional and you have what it takes, but it also lets the client see, oh, okay, so this is your load. This is what we're working with. Because we actually had some subscribers call us and say, I haven't landed any jobs. I'm not landing any jobs at all. And we're like, how many have you gone to? And he's like, oh, I've been to 20 or 30 and I haven't landed any of them. I'm thinking, ooh, something's up there. It is true. You are not going to land absolutely every job. We don't land absolutely every job. But if you are showing up to 10, 15, 20 jobs and you haven't landed any of them, you're doing something wrong. So you should look at yourself, try to figure out, what am I doing wrong? I need to fix this so I can land more jobs. And we asked him, we were like, well, what are you showing up in? And he goes, oh, I'm showing up in he had a little car. We were like, why are you showing up in that? Well, it saves gas, and I can just hop in my car and go there and bid a job. And we're thinking, oh, well, you should. That's your first no. And then we're like, what are you wearing? Well, he was just showing up in his leather jacket and stuff, and it was like, so number one, he wasn't looking professional. Number two, he wasn't showing up in the work vehicle that's going to get the job done. So he wasn't. Those are the simplest and basic things to do to sell yourself to get a job done. You can take the customer out. You can, number one, you want them to see, who you are, what you do when you walk in. They need to know. You shouldn't even have to open up your mouth when they see you. They should automatically know that you're the junk hauler that's coming to bid the job. They shouldn't have to wonder if that's who you are.
Yeah, right? If you're spending more money going on vacation, taking trips, partying than you do on your business, buying flyers, getting bandit signs, putting decals on your vehicle, you're doing it all backwards. Yes, they want to know what you do, JoJo.
Yeah, they do. And also, one of the biggest tips is if you show up with your work vehicle and they're like, oh yeah, and they seem like they're going to go with you, you could just say, yeah, I can do it right now.
Let's get it done right now.
So when can you do it? And if you don't show up in your work vehicle, you're not going to be able to get the job. What if they wanted it done right then and you had the time? And you could hop on that job before they can change their mind. Because when it comes to the junk world, customers will often change their mind when given time.
Yeah, most of the time they want it done right now, right then, on the spot.
Yeah. So, and if you're not able to get it done right then, they will often in a day or two, they'll be like, I could break that down. Or they'll have a neighbor that says, hey, I can haul that off for you. And speaking of neighbors, you want to have decals on your vehicle or something that sets you apart, because what's to make you look more professional than the neighbor that has a pickup truck that can offer to take it away?
You'll make more money looking more professional. I'm going to repeat that again. You'll make more money looking more professional. So if you're out there, step your game up. If you ain't got decals right now, step your game up. If you ain't got uniforms right now, step your game up. If you're not showing up to jobs and bidding over the phone, step your game up. There's at least 80 to 90 different junk haulers in Sonoma County. And let me tell you, I only see around 5 to 6 of them driving around everywhere really doing it. And a lot of people don't even have logos. Imagine just having no logo on your vehicle, just some writing, some spray paint or just some decals. You want to make sure you have a logo. You want to build a brand. You want someone to see what you do, not just junk removal with a website. You want to have a logo so people recognize you anywhere you're at. If you're walking into a grocery store, they see Sonoma Strong Hauling. They see a bandit sign. Oh, I know those people, Sonoma Strong Hauling. If you're posting on Facebook, on Craigslist, that logo is just like branding your business.
It is. It's branding your business, and it makes you recognizable to everyone in your community. And it is so important. And, we're not saying you don't have to spend a bunch of money to wrap your vehicle. That's something that's kind of cool to do after you're a little bit more established. But if all you can afford is some magnets, nice size magnets that go on and off your truck, do that. Do something that sets you apart from just your neighbor with a pickup truck.
Now, anyone can start a business, but staying busy every single day is a different ball game. So that's why it's so important, like the JoJo said, look professional, play the part, be like the big boys. If you see 1-800 Got Junk and Junk King doing something, do the same thing that they're doing, because it works. Trust me, it works. And we have a super chat from Jordan, JoJo.
Oh, we do. I'm going to grab his next. Quick Junk Removal says, I pull up with my business t-shirt, but has all of my business information on the front and the back, and my business baseball cap. So when I pull up, they know exactly who I am. And that's exactly what we are saying here. Jordan always does a super chat with this question, and we super appreciate that. What are the best gloves for junk removal? For me, I got to remember what the name of those were. They're
like mechanic gloves.
It does say mechanical something, mechanic. I love them because they are, they're like real leather, and it is really hard for me to find gloves that are small enough for my hands, that don't like catch and pull every time I'm like passing stuff off to you. They actually get pulled off. My hands are small, but I really like those. So they're called mechanical something. I wish, if somebody's watching, out of the people that are watching, if you have a pair of gloves you absolutely love, like that's the only kind you get, leave it in chat, because Jordan is starting junk removal, and he's asking great questions, and he wants the best of everything. I know he just bought some Brunt boots, and we often just get the black and yellow gloves. They're thin.
I think they're called Firm Grip from Home Depot. I do believe they come in like a 12 pack for like $15. I think they're Firm Grip. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
If anyone gets gloves from Home Depot and I got the name wrong, please leave it in the comments and let Jordan know.
Now, one of the things, those are good to just put on and work really quick. They're not my favorite because they're really thin. And they smell really bad after a while.
Now let's talk some more reasons why you're not staying busy and your business is not growing. Maybe you built a website. It's just a website out there, but it doesn't have no SEO keywords in there. You're not updating it. You ain't got the information in the website to get you found on Google. So just because you got a website doesn't mean nothing. Just because you got to Google My Business and you're not working it doesn't mean nothing. You got to work it every single day. You can open up a Facebook page and have a Facebook business page, but if ain't no one following you or seeing you, it's not going to work. You got to work them things every single day.
Yeah, you do. It isn't just you create it and you leave it alone. You know, your website needs to have constant work. You need to have really good, rich content on your website. So you can't just like slap a website up. A lot of people do that. They'll just put a couple of pictures on a website and a whole bunch of words and like, oh, I got my website.
You think you're good, but you're not good.
And then they'll do a Google My Business. Oh, I have my Google My Business. And then, and they create social media platforms, but they don't post on them. And then a month into it, they're like, my phone never rung. Like the phone doesn't ring for me, so my business isn't successful.
Matt and the JoJo lied to me. They said, get a Facebook, get a Google My Business, get an Instagram, get on Yelp, and I'll be golden. Guess what? It don't work like that. You got to work those things. Every single day, you got to put in work. I'm going to tell you like this. Me and the JoJo put in so much damn work when we first started our business. We were out there hustling, putting out flyers, putting out signs, talking to realtors, property managers, just to build a business, just to build our foundation. We had to put in so much work. It don't happen overnight, but once you do it so much and you get known, you get your brand out there, people will just start calling you left and right. And you got to do good work too, because word of mouth is a major thing in any service business.
Yeah. And one thing to remember too is when it comes to starting businesses, junk removal is not a hard business to start. It really isn't. It doesn't take a lot of money, especially if you already have a pickup truck. It doesn't take a lot of money to start a junk removal business. And it definitely doesn't take a whole lot of bright intelligence to load a truck full of junk.
No, you're right.
Really, anybody can do this. Okay, that is why there is a lot of competition in this business. But
can you sell yourself? That's another one too.
That is what it is. It's like anyone can start the business, but to really level up and be really successful and be able to like buy the good equipment and just keep building and keep getting more clientele and keep getting the bigger jobs. And you have to have a good business sense, making really good decisions and being able to market yourself and just being like top notch, just being the best that you can be there. It's a difference between starting the business and it being like your little side hustle and you make a little bit extra money. And that's okay too. I'm not knocking that. If you want to do it as a side business, so you have a little extra income coming in, that's great. It works. But if you're really wanting like, I want to retire on this. I want to build something I can leave for my kids. I want to make this like it's a legit business. Then it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and that's where the smarts come in.
And it takes time. It does take time. Don't just think you can buy a pickup truck and start making $1,000 every single day. Now you can, but it takes time. You got to get the business. You got to get your brand out there. And you got to be able to sell yourself. And at first, you're not going to have that confidence showing up to jobs because you're going to be worried about what the customer thinks. And you got to get over that. Once you get over that and you got some money in the bank and you're not running a ghetto ass business, getting business checks or getting checks in your name still, you'll start making more money. When you got that fat safety net in the bank, you're legit. You got a business account, you got cards, you get building business credit, you'll be able to buy dump trucks, you'll be able to do what you want to do with your business. Don't be a ghetto ass business owner getting checks in your name and going and cashing them thinking you're balling. Trust me, you're not balling. You're not gonna be able to get a loan for that dump truck when it comes time.
Yeah. So, you want to be legit and you want to, run it in a legit way because, you never know what the future holds. And maybe someday you want to sell your business. You may think right now, oh, I would never do that. I never want to sell my business. I've worked so hard, because we don't plan on doing that either. But you never know what the future holds. And so you should always, just in a really good business mindset, think in that way though. Like, if you want to make your company worth as much as it could be worth, and someday be able to sell it for top-notch dollar, then you're going to have to prove that you're making some income.
Making a lot of income.
Yeah.